What's going on, guys? Back with another video. Hope everyone's having a good day. I'm actually going to be working on the STI today. I'll run you guys down from the beginnings. I bought the car a few months back and it was on BC coilovers, super stiff. He had them on the stiffest settings and the car was slammed. I'll input a picture right now. So that's how the car sat. Like, sure, it looked cool, but it was just so uncomfortable to drive. I was bouncing like all over the road. It was like rattling my brains out. I hated the way it drove it, so I didn't even want to drive it. I tried raising up the car on the BC coilovers. Turns out the BC coilovers were seized. I couldn't raise them. Super annoying. I go on the internet, see a good decent budget coilover, so I was like, oh, maybe I'll just buy Racelands for the meanwhile. Turns out Raceland doesn't make coilovers for this car anymore, but I was able to find some used ones, and those are right here. I was able to throw these in and they rode all right for a few, I guess for a couple hundred miles, and then I started noticing a clunking in the back and they're blown. As you can see, all the like oil on there. So the rear coilovers were blown. So then I was like, all right, whatever, I'll take them back out. I was able to unseize the BC coilovers after letting them soak in WD-40 for like a week, and then I did all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm not gonna get into it, but I finally got them unseized. Just yesterday I threw them on the rear only, so the front is still Raceland, the rear's on BC's, and it rides like shit again. It's so bad. But now that I was throwing them back in yesterday, I realized that they're on 20K springs. Plan for today is take the BC coilovers back out and then put the springs off the Raceland coilovers onto the BC coilover. So yeah, guys, let's get to it. I already talked way more than I anticipated. First things first, guys, got to get the car up in the air, take the wheel off. This is basically how it is. It's 219 bolts that basically hold it in at the bottom, and then up top I'll have to show you from the inside, but then it's 3 nuts up top. I got one of them apart, one of the Raceland coilovers apart. Here it is. If you guys aren't too familiar with how coilovers work, basically the spring goes in here, and then this collar holds the spring in place. This you adjust for your preload, how stiff you want your spring. This will determine your ride quality. Like, if you want the car to be super stiff, then you tighten it up. If you want it to be soft, you lower it down. And how you adjust your height is through over here. Is through this right here. This is what adjusts the whole length of the coilover. So if you want to lower your car, you bring this up. If you want to raise your car, you bring this down. So like I said earlier though, guys, we're taking these apart because we're stealing the springs out of them. I'll show you in a second, once I take the BCs apart, the difference in thickness. Guys, this is what a blown coilover looks like, and see how easy, I'm like pressing it in and out just with my hand. Imagine with the weight of a car. Honestly though, I can't be mad at Racelands. I heard that they stopped making coilovers for the 05 to 07 STI years ago. So I know these are really old coilovers, and I bought them used. I bought them secondhand just to get me out of a pinch. There's the tower, guys. I already took out the 3 nuts. Basically, when you take these out, you can go down to the bottom and disconnect the strut from the knuckle, and you can pull the strut out like that. This one is built already, so obviously, as you can see, this is a BC coilover, so it's a BC strut, and it's running the Raceland spring in it. This is what I was talking about with the difference in springs. So as you can see, the Raceland is a lot thinner than this one. All right, guys, got both of them built already. All right, guys, well, I got the coilovers all in. We just ran over some train tracks. I don't know if you guys saw, but the car was super stable. It wasn't super bouncy, and it's riding pretty much how I wanted it to, which is great. It kind of rides, soft enough to be comfortable out on the street, but it still feels sporty to where it doesn't really have much body roll. So yeah guys, overall very happy with the results. It was definitely worth it. Might include this into a separate video, just kind of make a longer video for you guys. What's going on guys? It is the next day. The STI suspension turned out really good. I was really happy with the results. You guys saw that earlier in the video. I didn't really want to upload just that video just because I thought that it might have been just a little boring and a lot of talking. So what we're gonna go out to do right now, do a little bit of drifting. And this car I think is a little underpowered when it comes to drifting and stuff, but nonetheless it can still slide for sure. All right guys, we made it to the first spot that I want to hit really quick. Just like that guys, we're out of there. Spots like that are always fun for like 1 or 2 runs and that's it. You don't want to stick around, you don't want to cause a lot of attention. Alright guys, I found a cool little spot. Get it. So we decided to leave that spot we were just at, just because there was a lot of people watching through the window. And as I was saying, you never know if someone's gonna be cool about it or if someone's gonna be caring, so we just decided to dip. Nope, way too slick. I think my wheels touch this outer part and it just becomes ice. It just spins me around. Alright guys, this will probably be the last spot here. Pretty cool. There's like a cool little downhill area, so let's see if I can link that. I'll try that one more time. All right. Hopefully that looks cool on camera. It definitely felt cool, but let's see how it looks.